They are often accompanied by traditional music and songs that celebrate nature, valor, and togetherness. Deeply rooted in the costume of the land, Kodwa dance are not just an artistic expression but also celebration of collective identity and heritage. This evening, around 35 artists will be giving 7 performances back to back, which will be led by Mr. Amit Bimaya. I request Mr. Amit Bimaya to kindly come up on the stage for the lighting of the lamp and take the program further.
All of you have heard. What's the first thing you all see in a Kodwa? The first thing is our attire, right? And anyone knows what this attire is? This is the traditional attire of the Kodwa tribe. So what I'm wearing is called the Kupya Chale. Kupya is the robe that I'm wearing. Chale is the wraparound. And I have a Mande Tuni, which is my headgear. And I have a Pattu. A Pattu is signifies who is the leader of the troop. And I have my weapon on me, which is called the Pichakati. So the Pichakati is the traditional weapon for Kodwas. We have another weapon which is called the Odikati. Unfortunately, I'm not carrying it now. But we do have a performance with the Odikati as well. So Kodwa tribe, when we say Kodwas, we are from the region called Kodagu. All of you have heard of Kodagu or Kurk, right? All of you, it's the most visited tourist destination in Asia today. As people say, it's become now the dumpster of Karnataka, unfortunately. All right. So Kodagu is the home to the indigenous tribe called the Kodwas, and we are the Kodwas. And not far from here, we have our Kodwa Samaja in Vasant Nagar. I'm sure you'd all have visited there for at least one Kodwa wedding. And for all of you have attended a Kodwa wedding?
Yes.
Yeah? Enjoyed?
Yes.
All right. What's the main cuisine for Kodwas?
Pandi curry.
Yeah, there you go. See, pandi curry. Why only pandi curry? Yeah. So we are from South India. We are from Karnataka. We are Hindus. How come pandi curry is only traditional to Kodwas and not for the rest of India, or at least for the majority part of India? Anybody knows why? All right. Let us go back some eras before. Which is the third avatar of Vishnu?
Vishnu.
Vishnu's third avatara? Varaha avatara, yes. Alright, so what is a Varaha? It's a boar, right? Yes. So when Vishnu, he gave away the life of Varaha, after finishing his third Varaha avatara's deeds, he left the Varaha and went back to heavens, right? So now the Varaha is left out here in earth. And they are creating all the menace. No Rishi Munis can perform yagas. No farmer can plant anything, ruining the fields, ruining the yagas. Everyone go running to Shiva. Please help us. We have the Varaha which Vishnu used for his avatara, and now that he has given up the avatara, the Varahas are creating a lot of havoc to all the Rishi Munis and the farmers. So now, okay, let's address the problem. Mahadeva Ishvara comes to Bhumi, and then he sees that yes, there is an actual problem. So now this problem need to be addressed. He has come here as a hunter. He doesn't want to do his magic of vanishing all the Varahas. He still wants to do it as a human being. So he takes the avatar of a hunter. So now the hunter comes and he finds a group of people who are in a forest. So he comes to the then Kroda Desha. The Kroda Desha then is the Kodagu today. Right? So there he comes, there are some indigenous tribes. All of them are very humble people. And the hunter says, okay, I have come here to hunt some boars. Can you guys help me out a little bit? So we say, yes, by all means, you have come all alone. I don't think it's a one man's job. We will help you out, no conditions. We will wholeheartedly help you. So they go, there will be an ancestral stone. They'll do the prayers, offer prayers, and say, okay, we are going to help this hunter. May all the divine energies of this land support us. So they go in, they hunt a lot of boars. All the boars are laid down. So now Ishvara comes and sees all the boars laid down along with him. And this group of people, they have given him unconditional support. They did not ask for the percentage on the boards, or they did not ask anything in return. So he said, okay, you are such good people. I have to come back to my real form of Ishvara. And he comes to his real form of Ishvara and says, since you people have helped me wholeheartedly without any condition, from today onwards, this boar becomes your prasada. So that's how, from the third avatara of Varaha, Kodavas have Pandikari as the main cuisine. Right? So now you know why Pandikari for Kodavas and nowhere else. Right? Alright, so coming back to our performance. So today's first performance is Kolate. So as the name signifies, Kol, you all know what's Kolate, right? But our Kolate is a little bit different, not like those Dandiya small short Kol. We have a little bit bigger, lengthier Kols. And this is performed during our harvest festival called Puttari. We perform it in a place called Mandu, which is the place where we learn our art forms, our martial art, all the cultural education we get in the Mandu. So just before Puttari, which is our harvest festival, and many of them think it is called as Huttari. No, there is nothing called as Huttari. It's called actually Puttari. Puttari is Pudiya Ari. Pudiya is new, Ari is rice. So that's the new harvest. Pudiya Ari, Puttari. Alright, so it's Puttari, not Huttari. Puttari. So before the festival, 3 days before, we start performing in the month. So let's see the performance from our team. First performance, Kolat.
Kola
Hope you all enjoyed the Kolata. So, in case you're wondering, there was one person who was, singing something, right? So, anybody understood anything? All right. So, what he was saying is basically whatever he was seeing. When in the month, when you're dancing, Kodavas are nature worshippers. We don't worship any idols. For us, we worship the rice, which is why we call it the Igu Tappa. Igu is rice. Tappa is the God who provides us with rice. That's Igu Tappa. Kaveri Tai is water. So we worship our ancestors. And we worship the nature. So whatever he was saying was whatever he was seeing. So in a month, when you are dancing around a tree, you would see the tree in itself. You would also think of what his mother or wife has prepared at home for Puttari, whatever cuisine she has prepared. Or he would also see who's a person there. There might be a person who has something in his mouth. He's eating something. He'll sing that. So basically, whatever he's seeing is what he's singing. So there's no scripture for it that, okay, this is how you sing. This is the words that you need to use to sing. No. Whatever you see is what we sing. So that's the next performance is called the Balo Pata. So our ancestors, we did not use any literature to document our tradition or culture or even the family tree for a matter of fact. So how we know our ancestors, how we know our family tree is by the Balo Pata. So when we sing, we sang our ancestors by the name, who is who. And when we sing Balo Pata, again we sing the nature. If we are walking somewhere, we are going on a trip. While going on a trip, we have on the streets, we see the tree, we see a bird chirping, we see an animal. Everything what we see in nature is what we sing. So that's the Balo Pata, which is also a documentation on our ancestors and our culture, our geography, our demography, everything is documented in the Balo Pata. I'd request my team to come and perform the Balo Pata now. Thank you, team. So that was the Balo Party. Now coming to who we are. Anyone knows who's the first general for independent India?
Kariyappa. Kariyappa.
Karyappa. It's not Karyappa, it's Karyappa. All right. So, who was there was another Kodava general as well. Anyone knows who that was? Yes, General Timaya. So the second Field Marshal was K.M. Karyappa as well. The first Commander-in-Chief of independent India, and the second Field Marshal was K.M. Karyappa. And we had another general as well, Timaya as well. So now, Kodavas are a martial race. We were experts in guerrilla warfare, because of which we used to go as mercenaries to a lot of kingdoms to help them support their war. So we had a free trade route all the way up to Surat, which is how cotton became the dress that I am wearing today, the kupya, the chale. Those days, in the olden days, it was not really very easily accessible, but we had the access because we had free trade route until Surat. And we even had guns even before it was introduced by the British. Which is why today, Kodavas, we are the only tribe or community in the entire world who can own a gun without a license. We don't need a license to own a gun. We need a NOC from the district administration, and that's it, we buy a gun. So this is a constitutional right which is given to us Kodavas because of the martial race. So now what you heard was Balo Party, where they praised the Lord, they praised the nature, they praised the geography, and they sang Balo Party. Using the same Balo Party, we also have a performance called Bolkat. So now the Bolkat also is an offering to the gods during the festival Puttari. So we offer to gods by dancing Bolkat. So let's invite our team and perform Bolkat.
Iswarai Kutapa Haro. Podium Haro.
Ye paro
So that was Bolakatu for you all. Now, going back a little on the geography of Kodagu. So, Kodagu was called as Kroda Desha. Kroda Desha, which had mainly three taluks, or what we call as Nadu. One is the Kugat Nadu, one is the Mandala Nadu, and the third is the Earl Nadu Sodlabi, which were the three taluks of the olden days. Now it is Virajpet, Madikeri, and Somarpet. Okay, so going back again to the history where I mentioned about the third avatara of Vishnu. So we stopped at where we had Pandikari as our cuisine, which was given to us as a blessing. So in continuation to that, when what Ishvara assessed about Kodwas is these are some people who are, they're really not really, they don't really understand the outer world. They are part of an indigenous tribe who live among themselves, and they're not really enlightened about the actual reality of the world. So what he does, he comes back to Kailasa, and he has decided that he wants to give us some knowledge. So the knowledge, who gives us the knowledge? The Rishis gives us the knowledge. So now he has to send a Rishi, he sends a Rishi to Koda Desha or Kodagu from the Kailasa, and he and tells him to enlighten this tribes called Kodavas. But he comes here and he falls in love with Kaveri. Any idea who I'm talking about? Yes, Agastya Muni. So Agastya Muni was the one who was sent from Kailasa by Ishvara to enlighten Kodavas. He comes here with the plan but falls in love with Matai Kaveri. Of course, our women are beautiful. So now Kaveri is someone who is there to enlighten the world, entire world, not just a community. So when he proposes to Kaveri, she initially declines the offer. She declines the proposal. But the Rishimuni is, you know Rishimunis. So he forces her into marrying him, and then she accepts the offer or the proposal, but on one condition, that he has to be by her side irrespective of the time of the day, 24/7, he has to be by her side. The moment she opens her eyes and she doesn't find the Rishimuni by Agastya Muni by her side, she will flow as water. And Agastya Muni agrees for this condition and marries Matai Kaveri. So one day Kaveri Tai is sleeping and Agastya Muni sees that she is sleeping. He'll let me just run to the river, get myself cleansed up for the puja. He goes to the river. By the time Kaveri wakes up, sees no Agastya Muni, so then she starts flowing as water as committed. But he tries to stop her. I was just away for a second. But Kaveri doesn't listen to him. She starts flowing. So when she starts flowing, Kodava women requests Matai Kaveri to stay back. Not to force. She's going for Loka Kalyana. She says that I'm going for Loka Kalyana. And which is why, if you have noticed our Kodava women, the neri, what we call, or nerige, what you say, the folds of the sari, is not in the front but it's in the back. The reason why it's in the back is because of the flow of the water. The neri which used to be in the front turned back because of the flow of water of river Kaveri. Which is the reason our Kodava women, the folds are on the back side and not on the front. So now our Kodava women are requesting not to flow off as water but to stay back and bless us. So the form of request is in the form of the next art form, which is called as Umatata. Umatata is where our women are requesting Matai Kaveri to stay back, not flow off. So if I may request my team to kindly come and perform Umatata.
देवी ताई कापाडिंगणा कावेरम्म देवी ताई कापाडिंगणा बाबा बट काटी तंद चाक देविनी दत्त मोवड़ायित ब्रह्मदेवंग गोतिलते अगस्त्य ऋषिना बुट्ट पोरटिया कावेरम्म देवी ताई कापाडिंगणा ಬಂದಿರ ಬೆಂದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಚಾಯಿಲೆ ಉಳ್ಳಿರಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿರ ಬೆಂದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಚಾಯಿಲೆ ಉಳ್ಳಿರಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿರ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ದೇವಡ ನಮ್ಮೆಯು ಚಾಯುಂಡಲ್ಲ ಮನೇಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕ ತೀರ ಓದುವ ಕಾಳಿನ ಕನಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿರ ಬೆಂದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಚಾಯಿಲೆ ಉಳ್ಳಿ ചാഞ്ചണ്ടത ജയ്യ പണ്ട് പണ്ട് കാലത്ത് ദേവരാക്ഷസണ്ടാളു ಸಮುದ್ರ ಕಡಂದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮೃತವು ಕಟ್ಟಿಸಿ ಅಮೃತವು ತಾಂಗಾಡು ಇಂದಣ್ಣಿ ಪಡೆಪೋತು ಲಲ್ಲಾ ಲೀಲಾ ಲೀಲೀಲಾ ಲಿಲ್ಲೋ ಲೀಲೋ ಲೀಲೀಲಾ ತೇನ 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 ತೇನುಂಡಾ ತೇನ 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 ಪೊಂದಿನ ತೇನ 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 ತೇನುಂಡಾ ತೇನ 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 ಪೊಂದಿನ ತೇನ ತೇನರ ಚೋದನ ನೋಟುಂಡು ನಂಗ ಕೋತೆನ ಪೊಂದಿನ പൊട്ടി തേനുണ്ട് പുത്തല തേനുണ്ട് മൂലി തേനുണ്ട് കാടല തേനല്ല തുമ്പിയാണ്ടുണ്ട് തേന 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 തേനുണ്ടാ തേന 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 പൊന്തിന തേന തിങ്കത്തൊലിയാരടാ സംക്രമണ തന്ത് കാവേരി കുടിപ്പത് ബഹുപുണ്യ അന്ത് തിങ്കത്തൊലിയാരടാ സംക്രമണ തന്ത് കാവേരി കുടിപ്പത് ബഹുപുണ്യ അന്ത് ಭಾಗಮಂಡಲ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಕಂಡ ದಿನ ಅಂದ್ ಕಾವೇರಿ ಕನಿಕೆಸು ಜ್ಯೋತಿಯಳು ಮೂಂದ್ ಕೂಡನ ತ್ರಿವೇಣಿ ಸಂಗಮತಿಲಂದ್ ದೇವಿಯಳ ಬೋಡಿತ್ ಕುಳಿಚತೇಂಗಂದ್ ತಿಂಗ ತೊಲೆಯಾರಡಾ ಸಂಕ್ರಮಣ ತಂದ್ ಕಾವೇರಿ ಕುಳಿಪದ ಬಹುಪುಣ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ ತಾಳಗೊಂಡು ಅಮ್ಮ ಬಾರಮ್ಮಯ್ಯ ತಾಳಾಡುತ್ತಿ ತೊಮ್ಮಾಡಮ್ಮಯ್ಯ ತಾಳಗೊಂಡು ಒಮ್ಮ ಬಾರಮ್ಮಯ್ಯ ತಾಳಾಡುತ್ತಿ ತೊಮ್ಮಾಡಮ್ಮಯ್ಯ புத்தாரி நம்மர சாயம்மையா கதுநாடு தண்டு பாரம்மையா தேவாடா மந்துக்கு பாரம்மையா பொலி போலிந்தண்ணீத்து ஆடம்மையா தாளாகொண்டு ஒம்மா பாரம்மையா தாளாடுத்தி தொம்மாடம்மையா ನೀನೆಲ್ಲಿಂಜ ಬಂದ ಮಾಯತ್ತ ದೇವಿ ಮಾಯತ್ತ ದೇವಿ ರಮಮ್ಮಾಯ ತಾಟ್ ನೀನೆಲ್ಲಿಂಜ ಬಂದ ಮಾಯತ್ತ ದೇವಿ ಮಾಯತ್ತ ದೇವಿ ರಮಮ್ಮಾಯ ತಾಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಾರಾಟೊಮ್ಮ ಆಡಮ್ಮ ದೇವಿ ಬೊಳ್ಳಿ ತಾಳ ಕೊಟ್ಯಂಡಾಡಮ್ಮ ದೇವಿ ಬಾಡೆ ಓಡಕಿ ಕೊಂಡಾಡಮ್ಮ ದೇವಿ ಮೋರೆ ಕಳಕಿ ಕೊಂಡಾಡಮ್ಮ ದೇವಿ ನೀನೆಲ್ಲಿಂಜ ಬಂದ ಮಾಯತ್ತ ದೇವಿ ಮಾಯತ್ತ ದೇವಿ ರಮಮ್ಮಾಯ ತಾಟ್ ಬಂದಿರ ಬಂದಿರ ಬೆಂದುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾವೇರಮ್ಮನ ಕೊಂಡಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿರ ಬಂದಿರ ಬೆಂದುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇಗ್ಗುದಪ್ಪನ ಕೊಂಡಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿರ ಬಂದಿರ ಬೆಂದುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾವೇರಮ್ಮನ ಕೊಂಡಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿರ ಬಂದಿರ ಬೆಂದುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇಗ್ಗುದಪ್ಪನ ಕೊಂಡಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿರ ಬಂದಿರ ಬೆಂದುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಪಾಲೂರಪ್ಪನ ಕೊಂಡಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿರ ಬಂದಿರ ಬೆಂದುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬೈತೂರಪ್ಪನ ಕೊಂಡಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿರ ಬಂದಿರ ಬೆಂದುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಮಹಾಗುರುನ ಕೊಂಡಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿರ ಬಂದಿರ ಬೆಂದುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾವೇರಮ್ಮನ ಕೊಂಡಾಡಿ ಪರಶಿವಂಡ ಕೋದಿರಾಣಿ ಶಂಕರಿ ವಿಶ್ವ ಮಾತೆರ ದಯತಲು ಭರತ ಕಂಡವು ಸರ್ವ ಭಾಗ್ಯತ ಮುಕ್ಕಿ ಮೆರೆವಕು ಮಂಗಳಂ ಭರತ ಭೂಮಿರ ಧರ್ಮ ಗುಣತ ನಗರಿಕ ಸಾರನ ಶೂರಂಗ್ ಭರತ ದೇಶತ ಧರ್ಮ ತುಳ್ಳೋರ್ ವೀರ ಪ್ರಜೆಯಕು ಮಂಗಳಂ ಪರಶಿವಂಡ ಕೋದಿರಾಣಿ ಶಂಕರಿ ವಿಶ್ವ ಮಾತೆರ ದಯತಲು ನಮೋ ನಮೋ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ನಮೋ ನಮೋ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ನಮೋ ನಮೋ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ನಮೋ ನಮೋ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಕಾವೇರಮ್ಮ ದೇವಿಗೂ ಇಗ್ಗೂ ತಪ್ಪದೆ ವಾಂಗೂ ಬಂದ ಹಾಡುವ ಪಾಟನ ಇಕ್ಕ ಕೊಮ್ಮ ಬೆಕ್ಕನ ಬೆಚ್ಚಿ ತುಮ್ಮ ಬಿರಿಯನ ನಮೋ ನಮೋ ನಮಸ್ತೆ 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 ನಮೋ ನಮೋ
ಅವ್ರು ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಮೈಕ್.
Aimodianda Rani Machaya. She is Padma Shri awardee for giving over 2,500 performances of Uma That. She was awarded the Padma Shri 2 years ago. So coming back to the Talakaveri history, Kodavas, we wanted Kaveri to stay back. Kaveri Tai, pleased by the respect that we have for Matai Kaveri, promised all Kodavatis that once in a year she would come and bless the Kodava community in the form of Tirtharupi, which is why we celebrate the Talakaveri's Tirthodbhava. Have you all seen the Talakaveri Tirthodbhava in the month of October?
Yes.
Yeah, so we call it the Kaveri Changrandi. So this is the festival that we celebrate, honoring Matai Kaveri coming and blessing us in the form of Tirtha, which is why the Kaveri Tirtha is a very auspicious holy water for all Kodavas. And we have the Tirtha all time at homes. So our next performance is called the Katyat. Again, going back to the festival Puttari, where we offer dance to our ancestors, to our lords, to all the gods and goddesses. So when they are dancing, you can hear them calling out. You also heard them when they performed the Bolkat. They were calling out all the names of the gods. So the way the gods hierarchy is defined in Kodavas is first comes the Matai Kaveramme and the Ishwara Igutappa, who are the gods of the entire community and the Kroda Desha. Then respective villages have their Mahadeva. Mostly all villages, the Nadu, what I mentioned, the taluks, they have the Mahadeva, they have the Parvati, they have the Bhadrakali, they have the Chamundeshwari or the Chaundi, and we have all of you watched the movie Kantara, I'm sure. So you have the Panjuruli, which are all the Daiva forms. They call it the Kola in Dakshin Kannada, we call it Tere in Kodagu, but it's the same deities. Right? So now let us invite the team to perform Katyat.
Ishwarayappa haro, Ishwarayappa haro, Ishwarayappa haro. Bhadrakali amme haro, Bhadrakali amme haro, Bhadrakali amme haro.
ये पाड़ो रंग देव
ಮೈಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ.
So I hope you all are enjoying the performances. Yes. All right. So how many of you have been to Coorg or Kodagu? I think that's a crime asking a question in Bangalore, right? If you have been to Coorg. Yes. So what is that brings you to Coorg?
Climate.
Okay.
Tradition.
Well, not all tourists get to see the tradition, right?
Food.
Food, okay. Nature, trekking, nature. That's the MSP, right?
Coffee.
Yes, coffee. All right. So Coorg is a hilly region, right? So the hills. All of you have been to Talakaveri, I assume. Yes. Right. So Talakaveri is the Brahmagiri. Okay, that forest range. So the entire forest range in Kodagu, we believe, is full of divine energies, which is why we worship the nature. We don't worship any idols. Yes, there are temples which have idols like the Mahadeva, we have the Parvati. But when we actually come to the indigenous tribal culture of Kodavas, what we do as worshipping for the nature is what we worship for the nature. The stone, the water, the rice, the tree. We have one of the deities' place would be under the tree, where you would not find any rock or anything, you just worship the tree. Maybe yearly once, we would give the offerings. Some deities, we offer them a non-vegetarian offering. For some deities, it's a vegetarian offering, depending upon who the deity is. And we have the Guru and the Karana. The Guru is the Mula Purusha of a family. So any Kodava is recognized by his family name. Now my name is Amit Bhimaya and my family name is Palengada. So likewise, there are many people now, General K.M. Karyappa, the first commander-in-chief of independent India, his family name was Kodandera. So every family name, every person is identified by his family name or the clan. So the name, now you would have a lot of friends who would be Bopanas, Karyapas, right? The first thing when we meet a fellow Kodwa, the first question we ask is, in our language we call them Dada. We ask them Dada. Dada means, identify yourself. Dada is we are asking you what's your family name. So the first question any Kodwa asks a fellow unknown, a new Kodwa is Dada Neen. Means identify yourself, what family you belong to. And that's how we recognize pretty much every Kodwa. The moment you tell them, okay, you say, do you know Amit? He performs all the Kodwa cultural dances. Which Amit? What's his family name? I say Palengad Amit. Oh yeah, Palengad Amit. I know Palengad Amit. But you just say Amit, nobody would recognize anyone. There are 100 Amits. The moment you say maybe a Palengad Amit or a Bepadiyad Amit, the moment you tell the family name, they are able to put a face to the name. So that's how Kodwas are identified and how we represent ourselves with the clan names. So now the next performance is called the Tali Pat. So now what's Tali Pat? Tali Pat, now if you saw the earlier songs that were sung by our team, there was no movements as such, they were just singing. There was, they had that composure, they had that, kind of not too jovial kind of songs, right? So now the next song, what we are singing is a kind of a jovial song because it's actually sung by a jogi who's a wanderer. So a wanderer, he doesn't just, stand still and without too much of action. He's always, jumping around, more action along with the song. So this is also an offering to the god Bhadrakali. So this song is an offering to the goddess Bhadrakali. So let us invite our team onto the stage. dancing and singing, right? Let's have some martial arts. Yeah, we have a form of martial art called the Parayakadi, where two warriors, there's one warrior who thinks he's the best and he's challenging the rest of the warrior clan, asking them if there is somebody who's there to fight me, and there is another warrior who comes forward to fight this first warrior. And they have a Turakol. Turakol is a bamboo stick. And they have a Pariyachatti, which is the shield. So the competition is the warriors will hit each other, and the maximum shields one does and less beatings he gets, he wins. So here there is nobody who's going to win or lose, but yes, there is going to be a performance, and the hittings are real. If he misses to shield the shot, he's definitely going to get hit. So let's invite our team to perform Parayakali.
ನಾ ಬಾಳು ನೀ ಬಾಳು ಈ ಗುದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಬಾಳು ಕಾವೇರಮ್ಮ ಬಾಳು ಬಾಳರ ಬಾಳು ನಡಿ ನಾಡ ಬಮ್ಮ ನಿನ್ನ ಬರಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಡ ಬಾಳ
Well, that was all the performance for today. I hope you all got to learn a lot about our Kodava tribe. Thank you very much, Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Thank you very much, Gallery of Modern Art and South Zone Cultural Center. Thank you very much for the opportunity, but we are still not done yet. We still have one last performance. It's open to everyone out here from the audience. We have the Walaga Tate, which is the dance form which we have in our weddings. It's a free form. All of you are welcome on stage to please come and have the Walaga Tate. Can we have the music, please?
On behalf of National Gallery of Modern Art Bangalore, I would also take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to our NGMA Bangalore Director, Ms. Priyanka Mary Francis, the Director of the South Zone Cultural Center, Mr. K.K. Gopal Krishna, Ministry of Culture, Government of India, all staff of NGMA Bangalore, and to our lovely audience for being a part of this beautiful evening. I would also like to share that NGMA Bangalore currently has 2 ongoing exhibitions, Sanhita and Kal Netra. We warmly invite you to visit and experience these beautiful exhibitions. And for more updates, please stay connected with us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you.